Making and testing a vaccine is a difficult and delicate process. You cannot make viruses meet deadlines. You cannot force scientific work to meet dates on a calendar. And it must be kept in mind that the entire process of manufacturing a batch of vaccine from beginning to end takes about 90 days. That is a reason why we can give you no precise estimates of how much vaccine will be available at any given time. The manufacturers have assured me that they can and will produce vaccine under these requirements. But I want to make it clear that they will not be able to produce enough vaccine to immunize all children this summer.
All right, thank you. Bozo, now let me explain something to you. Here in Muskogee County in Columbus, we are trying to have the highest amount of people vaccinated against polio in the whole United States. And I just had my shot from Dr. Reagan, and it's your turn now. It doesn't hurt. I'll guarantee you won't feel a thing. All he does, pull up your sleeve, is shoot you in the arm, and then you'll have your polio vaccine, okay? All right. Now, do your duty, Doctor. Okay, stand by, Bozo.
2, 3, that's all.
One of the things we immediately realized was the importance of getting the local people to help. The teacher knows her pupils. She's the best one to reassure them, to keep track of them. This laboratory technician checks the children for skin rashes or lesions. We taught them our methods, and they performed many of the vaccinations themselves. The Tongans took care of the administrative work, and their cooperation was invaluable. We were accomplishing a lot more than just an immunization drive. We were sharing medical and public health knowledge and experience.
Let us go back about 300 years to the London of Samuel Pepys. In his famous diary, we read of a catastrophe that was typical of that and of the preceding ages. An epidemic of the plague that had been raging in Europe broke out with a fearful frenzy in England's capital in 1665. Hundreds fell ill every day. Many of them died in short order. People were stricken on the streets. Everyone fled from the victims for fear of the dread disease. But by far the most horrible element of the tragedy was the mystery of its origin. No one knew what or who carried the plague. The solution finally came by way of this odd little contraption. Does anyone know what this is?
It looks like a can opener.
No, it isn't a can opener. It's the first microscope. It may look like a toy to us, but its importance to human life is tremendous.
In the latter part of the 19th century, the Marine Hospital Service was given another major responsibility: boarding vessels arriving at U.S. ports to check passengers and crews for infectious diseases. This task had originally been handled by the states, but as immigration mushroomed, the responsibility was transferred to the federal government. At all ports of entry, the Marine Hospital Service was in charge of inspection of arriving immigrants, including the most important of them of all, Ellis Island. The service pioneered the line. It was an efficient way to check for immigrants with disease, blindness, and mental deficiencies, anyone who might become a public charge. More than 12 million immigrants, as many as 5,000 a day at times, passed through Ellis Island under the examining hands and watchful eyes of the Marine Hospital Service.